Dear friends, in this video I'll be teaching you guys on how to make this PayPal's logo. So PayPal's logo is kind of looks simple, but it's actually, yeah, it is actually simple. It's basically there's two letters, both of them are P, one is above it and one is below it, and then there's some shadowy effect here, and then there's something the one at the back is trying to make emergence on top of the top one. So let's go ahead and start making one. So in order to do that, let's go ahead and open a new file, and let's be particular in when opening a new file, because it the resolution of your file is actually determines how crisp is your design will be. So let's go ahead and select international paper. So in this term I like to choose A4. So but I would like to switch this width and height. I would like to have this to be here and this to be here. Okay, so yeah, that's a good looking resolution. So first we need to color the background. So in order to color the background, I'll go here, duplicate this background by pressing Ctrl J. So this is your duplicated layer, and I like to have the background to be a good and a dark blue. Yeah, this blue is kind of good. It's 0013 BD. So go ahead and make this as your background. So this is your background already. So next up, let's make the letters, the P. So I've just discovered that PayPal have been using this particular font called Fugaz One. Yep, this is a font called Fugaz One, where you can download from the internet, and this is what I found out. It's kind of big. Still big. Okay, that's kind of good. So let's type the letter P, and let's make it the color white. So this is your P. So press OK. So this is the merely looking font which closely related to the appearance of the PayPal's logo. So there you can see that this have some sharp edges here, here, and we don't want it to be sharp, as the PayPal's is not sharp at all, and the PayPal doesn't have this hole in center of their P. So let's go hide it, this thing as well. So in order to do all those stuff, we need to rasterize this text layer. Since it's a text layer, we can't do anything, so we need to rasterize so that we can make it editable. So click option here, rasterize type. So as you can see, this became a layer. Next up, let's go ahead and fill this hole by filling up here this space, and I like just gonna add some white color on top of it. Oops. So yep, alt backspace. So as you can see here, there's no move. Next up, let's go ahead and curve these sharp corners here. In order to do that, let's click this layer, control click, and you'll find there's a refine edge option here. When you press this rectangular tool, you just go to refine edge and make the smoothness maximum and contrast maximum as well. Just these two options. Okay, so you can see there's a little bit of the sharp corners have been removed here, here. So let's go ahead and make it even more softer by doing it the same process, refine edge. So make the smooth to the 100, contrast to 100%, and press OK. So you can see it became even curvier. So let's go ahead and remove the unwanted sharp corners by going to select, inverse, and this is basically the layers. So just press Ctrl X. As you can see here, the corners have been smooth, like have been smoother. So okay, this is your font already, this is your P. So that's your first step. Second step, let's go ahead and start making another P letter by clicking Ctrl J. So you have two of the same letters here. Let's go ahead and make this to be the one on the bottom. So let's move it to the bottom around here. This will do, and make sure this P is able to cover this space. And let's click this, select this layer first, and let's move it a bit to the bottom and the side. Okay, it's fine. Okay, now let's go ahead and make the top one to be above the bottom one. In order to do that, we need to add shadow. So shadow, you need to double click the top layer. So press drop shadow and give the distance a bit here. Yeah, that would do. And then give it some good size. About 100 would do. And then reduce the opacity down to 25. Yep, that's good. Okay, as you can see here, you can see that the P is above and the other P is on the bottom, with it's being separated with this shadow. So let's go ahead and the bottom one should be not white, it should be very light blue. So let's go ahead and add the color light blue here. So click this layer and yeah, fill the layer with that color. Okay, there you have it. Next up, we need to have the emergence, which is basically the what you can find of this bottom layer on top of the top layer. In order to do that, you need to select this particular layer, make a selection by hitting Ctrl and right click, and move your cursor to the top one. Select the top layer and duplicate that part of the top layer by pressing Ctrl J. As you can see here, the top part of the layer have been duplicated. So let's go ahead and remove these unwanted layers. Example, this layers, we don't need one in the bottom. So just delete, just press Ctrl X so it won't be here. So go ahead and make a selection again, so you will only find this particular layer. So before that, we need to clear the layer style of the latest layer, the most top on the layer. Okay, so let's go ahead and, because it's the same color as the bottom one, we need to give the same color. So press Alt backspace. Okay, as you can see here, this P is basically the emergence of the layer. And next up, we need to reduce this opacity so that it looks like it's being reflected. So reflected. So let's go ahead and give the opacity about 25%. If you want to add more, it's okay, still fine, but it's okay. I'll go for 25. Yep, that's it. That's all for now. This is the logo of the PayPal. Yep, PayPal, that's the thing. So hope you guys will learn something from this tutorial, and hope we will meet in another tutorial. So thank you guys for watching this episode.